Being one of the hardest working guys in Hollywood and an all-around nice guy, it's only fair to see the man, the legend, The Rock, prosper in the public eye. The former football player turned wrestler, fitness guru turned producer turned highest paid actor in the world has a whopping net worth of $400 million. It would be an understatement to say that the guy is living very well, millionaire style. For Dwayne Johnson, probably something he picked up from Vin Diesel is that family comes first, followed closely by fitness, of course. So he takes care of his family just as much as he takes care of his body. However, there are a couple of things the Canadian-American actor gets to splurge his money on, seeing as how he has so much of it. In today's video, we'll look at how Dwayne Johnson spends his millions. Does he like his protein supplements as much as he loves animals? Stick around to find out. Do you guys love The Rock? Let us know in the comments below to share the love. Please, also make sure you guys give us a big thumbs up, as we take a lot of time to bring you these videos. Subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell notifications to all so that we can keep showing you our awesome content. How much has The Rock made from movies? Before we venture into all the things that The Rock spends his fortunes on, we'll give you a quick rundown on how he's made his mega millions. Since his meteoric rise to superstardom, The Rock has been smiling to the bank with every single role he's played. From massive box office hits like Jumanji, Fast and Furious, and Moana, he's earned an obscene amount of money, making him the highest paid actor in the world in 2019 and 2020. Before Daniel Craig took that title off him with his role in the Netflix blockbuster Knives Out. Within that period, he reportedly earned around $87.5 million per annum from movie roles alone. He also made the second most money as an actor in the comedy series for his role in HBO's Ballers. He was paid a staggering $650,000 per episode. Only the guys from The Big Bang Theory earned more. Fun fact, did you know The Rock was paid $34.6 million for his first ever Fast and Furious role? Pretty insane, right? With over 337 million followers on Instagram alone, Dwayne Johnson is believed to be paid about $1 million to promote movies on his social media handles. According to reports, he's been paid $22.5 million alone for playing Black Adam in the DC superhero movie. Wow, is his time ever worth a pretty penny? Not to mention the greens he's gonna get for being a producer and the social media efforts to promote the movie once it's released. Cha-ching! Road to fame. The wrestling ring is one of the unlikeliest places for an actor to kickstart his career, but Dwayne didn't mind the hand he was dealt and rose to fame regardless. After becoming a household name in WWE, with every fan chanting his name as he made his way to the ring and his grander exit with that epic battle with Brock Lesnar, he made the big switch to full-time acting. He might have started with minor roles, such as being the villain in The Mummy Returns in 2001, but he soon started headlining movies and hasn't looked back ever since. From his role in Fast 5 in 2011, he landed another major role with G.I. Joe Retaliation in 2013, but the highest he's ever made from a movie remains Jumanji: The Next Level in 2019. Those movies garnered a lot of success and grossed a truckload of money, running in excess of $3.5 billion. The real estate rock. Just as The Rock can be pinned to one profession, he also loves to have a lot to choose from regarding real estate. I bet he has an appetite for real estate and investment twice his humongous size. With more than 10 properties in just Florida, each worth between $1 to $3 million each, Dwayne Johnson probably didn't like the weather there, so he got himself a mansion in California as well, which is worth $27.8 million. The Beverly Hills mansion has 12 bathrooms, 6 bedrooms, a tennis court, a pool, a spa, and even a baseball diamond. The mansion has been passed down from one celebrity to another. Not really passed down, but you should know what I mean. You see, The Rock reportedly took the mansion off Hollywood actor Paul Reiser's hands, who had purchased it from rocker Alex Van Halen. Alex Van Halen had built the property in 1993 before it went up for sale. The property spreads across 3.67 acres and has a very European feel in terms of style and features. It has an impressive 18,000 square feet living area, and since it's The Rock we're talking about here, you bet it's got a solid gym, and it's one heck of a gym, consisting of some of the most sophisticated equipment and a guest house for his personal trainer. The other properties he owns includes a $3.4 million palatial mansion in Miami, another in Los Angeles, and then the infamous one he bought for his mom as a Christmas present in 2018. In 2019, The Rock couldn't get enough of the farm life, so he decided to buy a $9.5 million 46-acre ranch in Powder Springs, Georgia. He loves his horses. If all this wasn't enough, He also had a home in Hidden Hills, California, worth $5 million. More, you say? Yep, the man also has a property in London that he was staying at while filming Hobbs & Shaw. Of course, all these properties had to include full horse ranches. We told you he loves these big dogs. The Rock loves his wheels and his wings. Dwayne Johnson loves cars, and not just any car, but fancy expensive ones. But who'd blame him? He owns a Pagani Huayra, currently worth over $3.4 million, which he drove to the premiere of Ballers. The supercar also happens to be his most expensive whip yet. The Rock seems biased towards Ford cars, owning a 2017 Ford GT, which he reportedly still drives, and a Ford Hennessy Velociraptor. Big trucks for the big man. Seriously, do you honestly think he could fit into a Mini Cooper? For the love of the classics, he got himself a 1971 Chevy Chevelle. Generally, he tends to purchase sportier and aggressive-looking cars. You could say it's because they fit the big man effortlessly. However, due to the number of times he's been seen with his custom-made Ford F-150 pickup, sources believe it's his favorite. But of course, no celeb collection is complete without a Rolls-Royce. Yep, he's got one of them as well, the Rolls-Royce Wraith, worth a blistering $330,000. Dwayne Johnson is known for his generosity. He once owned a couple of trucks for his old man in 2016, after he'd gotten him a house. 2 years later, The Rock brought out the checkbooks again, and this time he bought his stunt double, also his distant cousin, a truck for his hard work and perseverance over the years. Riding in style isn't just what this tank of a man is about. The Rock loves the most luxurious things, from his accommodation when he travels to how he travels a long distance. His Instagram page is littered with several eye-popping pictures of some of the most exquisite hotels. How does he get there? Well, he owns one of the fastest private jets available today, the $65 million Gulfstream G650. This puts him in the same category as Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Robert Kraft, and Ronaldo, who also have enough coin to buy this beautiful bird in the sky. Before we continue, please give us a big thumbs up, as big as The Rock's heart. We appreciate you and are glad you are enjoying the vid so far. Stay until the end because we have more great stuff just around the bend. He spends a lot on food. Before you get all excited about this news, yes, I'm talking to you, foodie, remember that The Rock is a big guy who needs as many calories as possible and has no problem burning excess of them. He usually eats more than 5,000 carbs a day, and sometimes it could be spread across as many as 7 meals, and you know how much that translates to with the current inflation rates. In summary, our guy eats about 10 pounds of food a day. That's a lot if you ask me. The Rock reportedly spends some $1,500 on fish alone annually, cod to be specific. The Rock must eat a high-protein diet of chicken, buffalo, salmon, and downs plenty of carbs like rice and sweet potatoes. He is also known to have celebrations of eating whatever and as much as he wants, so-called spoil-yourself foods, on the weekends. What a food guzzler. His Rolex story. Contrary to the general belief that Dwayne Johnson is a big Rolex fan, he uses more of the Italian brand Panerai. His history with Rolex has pushed him to make some high-profile purchases. For example, he bought his first Rolex, which cost him $35,000, when he was a wrestler because he'd worn a fake one for many years. Unfortunately, the watch got smashed in the ring after just a week, and he never replaced it. The next time he'd ever buy one was when he got it as a gift for another actor who he accidentally punched on the set of 2002's The Scorpion King. Whoopsie. So instead, The Rock opts for Panerai, though designed and manufactured by Rolex, citing their sporty, robust, and large nature as the reasons he has drawers full of them. Besides, anything smaller than those large-faced watches would get lost in his man muscles. These watches don't come cheap at upwards of $26,000. Dem tattoos ain't cheap. Dwayne Johnson has made his tattoos part of his identity. One look at the tats and you know it's him. The tattoos actually represent parts of his heritage, which is part Black Canadian, part American, and part Samoan, and such masterpieces don't come cheap. He's gotten some of them done by a famous Tahitian tattoo artist, Poino Irondi. You're probably looking at $3,500 to $5,000 for these gems. Some of his investments. Dwayne Johnson is way too smart to lavish his fortunes on the fanciest things only. He's put the majority of it to good use investments. In 2012, with deep pockets, The Rock co-founded his own production company with his ex-wife Dani Garcia, which was called $7 Production, a name reminiscent of the time The Rock was cut off from the team in his first season in the Canadian Football League and was left with nothing but $7. Now, the company has a couple of high-profile films under its name, such as Disney's Jungle Cruise, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, and Universal's Fast and Furious: Hobbs and Shaw. The Rock famously also runs a charity organization that looks to help kids living with terminal diseases. They also help kids with disorders and disabilities, as well as helping to improve their self-esteem. When you have so much wealth, it's the human thing to do, right? Other notable investments include large partnerships with Under Armour and Ford, and, get this, he even owns a tequila as well as energy drink companies for obvious reasons. Lastly, having had roots in football, The Rock also, together with his ex-wife and other investors, bought the XFL, the American Professional Football Minor League, consisting of 8 teams. I bet the kids would be excited if they ever get to see him. You have made it to the end. Seems like you had fun looking at how Dwayne Johnson The Rock spends his millions. Be sure to let us know what you make of his life choices in the comments below. Do you like The Rock? And hey, don't forget to bump that like button and subscribe to our channel so you can get all the latest and greatest from us. Share this video with your friends if you liked it, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.